Trump repeatedly referred to talk of Epstein files as a Democratic hoax. Uh, Marjorie Taylor Greene was one of the Republicans to support legislation that forced a release of the files by the Department of Justice. She suggested Attorney General Pam Bondi is still under the direction of the president when it comes to the files and the DOJ's handling of any potential criminal activity as they continue to release batches of the files. Quoting Marjorie Taylor Greene, Pam Bondi, she serves at the pleasure of the president and his administration, and those there are telling her, here's who you can prosecute. No, don't do this. I mean, they told her that the Epstein files, that the fight to release the Epstein files came directly from President Trump. And I know a lot of people have a hard time with that, but that is the truth. Trump fought the hardest to stop these files from being released. His name is literally on every third page. Congressman Jamie Raskin said he did a name search of the PDF of the more than 3 million files that they have, or the 3 million pages that they've released so far. And he said that Donald Trump's name appears more than 1 million times. She went on to talk about the Epstein Files Transparency Act. The only reason that Trump signed our bill that we passed in the House was because he had to. It had become a massive political problem. The biggest political miscalculation in Trump's career was calling this a hoax, fighting the release of it, and having Mike Johnson, the speaker, refuse to bring the bill to the floor to the point where Thomas Massie, myself, Nancy Mace, Lauren Boebert actually had to vote with all the Democrats to get it released. I don't understand how people can't see that for what it is. I mean, Donald Trump fought tooth and nail to prevent this from happening, and Pam Bondi has been enabling that and has been his good little foot soldier since last March. It's just obvious at this point. Donald Trump flipped out on Bill Maher over a 63-second joke on last night's episode of Real Time with Bill Maher. Bill Maher said the following, okay, Trump, this is Trump this week. I am now going to read Donald Trump's response to that, which I haven't read yet. It's like this long on Truth Social. Sometimes in life, you waste time. TV host Bill Maher asked to have dinner with me through one of his friends, also a good friend of mine, and I agreed. He came into the famed Oval Office much different than I thought he would be. He was extremely nervous, had zero confidence in himself, and to soothe his nerves, immediately within seconds, asked for a vodka tonic. He said to me, "I've never felt like this before. I'm actually scared." In one respect, it was somewhat endearing. Anyway, we had a great dinner. It was quick, easy, and he seemed to be a nice guy. For his first show after our dinner, he was very respectful about our meeting. But with everything I have done in bringing our country back from oblivion, all caps, why wouldn't he be? But then I noticed his show started to devolve into the same old story. Very boring, anti-Trump, no mention of the perfect border, lowest crime in 125 years. Wow. The mass removal of stone-cold criminals, the 50,000 Dow, the 7,000 S&P, highest ever, least number of murders since 1900, Venezuela, Midnight Hammer, Soleimani dead, al-Baghdadi dead, lowest inflation in years, 1.2% for last 3 months, the rebuilding of our military. This is all one sentence. 8 war stoppages, and on and on and on. In any event, it was a total waste of time for me to have this jerk at the White House. And last night, after explaining what a disaster Canadian leaders are to deal with, how Canada has ripped off the United States for years on trade, but no more, I jokingly stated in a Truth Social post that the first thing Canada will do is terminate all ice hockey being played in Canada and permanently eliminate the Stanley Cup. He wasn't joking. Well, he went on and on about the hockey statement, like what kind of person would say such a foolish thing as this, as though I were being serious about it when I said it. Fortunately, his television ratings are so low that nobody will learn about his various fake news statements about me. He is no different than Kimmel, Fallon, or Colbert, but I must admit, slightly more talented. He complimented him. Anyway, Bill Maher is a highly overrated lightweight, and Republicans should stop using him to show how the left is coming over our way. Our base, the greatest of all time, laughs at your weakness when you do it. I don't even know what that means. Maher asked me if he'd come back to the White House again, and with his friend, also asked to come to the wonderful White House Christmas party, but he didn't. Regardless, I'd much rather spend time making America great again than wasting time on him. Bill continues to suffer from a severe case of Trump derangement syndrome, TDS exclamation point, and there is nothing that will ever be done to cure him of this very serious disease. Thank you for your attention to this minor matter. President DJT. That is the President of the United States of America, leader of the formerly most powerful nation on the planet. But here we are.